up? We are somewhere in Iowa right now. He said Story County.
Story County, yeah.
If that means anything to anybody, we're about 12 miles out from Ames. And we're on our way to Minneapolis. First stop, when we get there, we hear there's a really good pizza place called Pizza Luce. And after we get some food in our bellies, we're going to head over to Prince's favorite record store. I forgot the name of the record store already. It was like Electric Monkey or something like that.
I don't remember.
But I'm excited. I'm excited to check out the record store and pay some tribute to the Prince, the artist. Yeah, Ellen is going to listen to another Radiohead album, and today I decided we're going to go to The Bends. I almost said Planetellix. Planetellix is the opening track of The Bends, and Ellen has no clue what that means. She heard OK Computer, and now she's going to hear The Bends, and I'm just kind of curating the order. Oh, you have a question?
Well, no, I was just gonna say that when I heard OK Computer, I kind of approached it in a very analytical way, where I would take notes and listen to try to break apart all of the instruments.
No,
and
can't do that.
So it kind of hurt my brain a little bit at the end. If you couldn't tell, I was falling asleep in the last couple of songs.
I think you fell asleep somewhere in the middle too.
Well, yeah, I did.
Around climbing up the walls. That's like a super slow song. So some of it is sleepy, so you don't have to apologize to Radiohead fans. You know, I'm sure they know you were giving it your best shot.
Okay.
But this time around, right, we're gonna try to
just kind of take it in. Just don't think too much.
Just don't be a robot, okay?
Don't be a computer.
Don't be a computer. Don't be a pig trapped in a cage on antibiotics. Right? Like, get the reference?
Mm-hmm. It's the lyrics.
Fitter Happier, Ellen's favorite song. Just kidding. Her favorite song was No Surprises. Are you ready? Planetellix.
Oh, thank you for the nice comments, by the way.
Oh,
those are really nice.
Yes. Some of them are nice to you. You didn't read the recent ones.
Oh, no, I didn't.
Yeah. Just remember that some of them were nice.
Okay. That's all I'll remember.
Okay. All right, here we go. San Jose.
Nice.
It was...
Good.
Awesome.
This must be either the first album or a long time ago, Far From Now, because he sounds different. His voice
does sound different. So you, 2 days ago, you heard Dex Dark, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So astute observation. I will not tell you unless you want to know. Do you want to know? You don't want to know. And I figured before we start with the second one, a little piece of the Radiohead fan quiz. Are you ready?
Sure. Zero?
What are the band members' names?
Oh my gosh. Okay.
Okay.
Tom York.
Tom York. Oh, good.
Do I need to tell you what they play?
Sure, if you can.
So he's the lead singer.
The lead singer, yeah.
Johnny Greenwood.
Johnny Greenwood. What does he play?
EG.
Yeah, EG and. I'm trying to tell you that, like, saying he plays electric guitar is like.
Yeah, he plays everything.
He plays everything.
Yeah, he plays everything.
He's like a composing genius.
He's like
who happens to play guitar.
He's kind of like the musical engineer, I guess.
Yeah, but at this point in their career, actually, no, never mind. Continue.
There's Colin.
Colin. You know his last name?
Is that Johnny's brother?
It is Johnny's brother. Very good.
He plays the bass.
Yeah. Funky guy.
And then there's
Smiley. Or at one point you said pedophile. Phil always smiles. His name is Phil Selway. He always smiles. He's like the nicest guy.
That's 4.
You shouldn't call him a pedophile.
No, he's smiling.
He's just smiling. That's 4.
Is there one more? There's one more. The pretty guy.
The pretty guy. There you go. There you go. Got a name? Got a name?
No, I don't remember his name.
Ed O'Brien. Ed O'Brien. He's a sexy looking gentleman. And some of my friends that I met through Radiohead, they like took a picture with him after the show, and they just talk about like wanting to marry him, you know. And another friend of mine, well, last I checked, she wasn't interested in having kids, but she would have Tom York's kids to further like the human race, musically speaking. And she was serious. She was being serious. So
Yeah, she was serious.
she'd be doing us all a favor. Oh yeah, you ready to continue? Okay. On with track 3. What's track 3?
High and dry.
this song sounds kind of dreamy and nice. What's the name of the song?
Nice Dream.
Oh, that's right. In parentheses. In parentheses. Waterloo. When I was in Amsterdam, they pronounced that Waterloo.
Who played that part? Was it Johnny too?
Which part? Oh, that's Johnny. Yeah, that's Johnny.
That part.
The Radiohead fans love this song. It's not my favorite. Yeah.
That was cool.
That's cool, right? I think that's what people like that song so much. I forgot about the end. How did I forget about the end? Don't they know we're busy?
Turn the map off to save GPS. Or to data.
Oh, we don't need the map?
We're gonna be here for another 100 miles.
Oh. Ed was singing there. I don't know if you heard that. Ed. He was singing. Ed. That's what he was singing. It's a fade in.
This song made me sleepy.
It's kind of that circular, dizzying, disorienting thing. That main riff, I think.
I need a break, I think.
Okay.
Yeah, that song almost kind of put me to sleep as well.
The last song.
Oh, it's the last song?
Yeah.
Okay, let's finish it.
Okay. Didn't cover this one too. I can turn it down. You feeling the last one, yeah?
I like the last song.
Yeah.
Just wasn't.
Yeah. So. Definitely a few moments of sleepy time.
There were two songs that made me sleepy.
It was what was it? Sulk. Was it Bulletproof?
Yeah, it was
Bulletproof. No, it was Black Star.
Black Star.
It was Black Star and Sulk. Yeah. I wonder why. Well, I mean, it's nice that it puts you, it relaxes you to the point where you can fall asleep. It's not like a stressful thing if you're gonna fall asleep, you know. So, yeah.
I like the first 3 songs a lot.
First 3? Okay. Okay. Do you remember the name?
1 and 3.
1 and 3. Don't leave me.
Yeah, I like High and Dry.
Yeah,
I like that one a lot.
Yeah, that's definitely one of the singles from back in the day. Yeah, nice. The one right after that is also another one of the singles. Well, there are a bunch of singles off this album.
And I like the last one.
Street Spirit. That's my girl.
What's the last one?
Street Spirit. Parentheses, fade out.
And Nice Dream. I like Nice Dream.
Nice Dream is nice. So I did a cover of Street Spirit and Nice Dream. I taught both as well. And yeah, it's one of the first songs I ever played for you, was Street Spirit. Did you know that?
That's why it sounded a little familiar.
Yeah.
But I like your version better.
Blasphemy. Can't say this.
Well, maybe I just like how you sound. I don't know.
That's cool.
Like the way your guitar sounds. And the way your voice sounds.
Sure. I mean, my guitar is definitely different from how their guitar. There's subtle differences though, so I don't know if you would really pick up on that unless you were like super. Well, you hear my guitar a lot, like more than the average person. But I don't know if the average person will pick up on the differences between acoustic guitars consciously. It might be something that you kind of feel subconsciously, you know. Oh, you don't listen to Tom York and go, oh, that sounds like a Martin guitar. Like, you don't know that unless you are familiar with the sound of a Martin. Martin was the HD28, I think is what he has. And I have he also has I think he has a Gibson Hummingbird. I'm not sure what they're using on this album or even on this song, but yeah, my guitar is kind of different from those. It has a different character. Carter Poles, cool dudes. We still have to meet them. They'll tune my guitar up before we head to Boston.
That's cool.
But yeah, so maybe any comparisons or like different impressions between OK Computer and the Bends? 'Cause I know the first thing you picked up on was Tom's voice. His voice was different. Can you describe maybe like?
He sounded more like a kid.
More like a kid.
Yeah.
So he sounded younger.
Yeah, he sounded younger.
Yeah. So would you like me to tell you?
A little higher.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Like a little bit more of that pure kind of voice. You mean?
Yeah.
Boyish.
But I think I know what number album this is. I think because the song Iron Lung, you already told me the story.
Oh, I did.
About that, so I know it's probably the second album, right? Or the album following whatever album Creek was on.
Yes, it is correct on both counts. My Iron Lung is a great story. I mean, for those who don't know the story behind that song, Iron Lung was a big hit following their first album, and it made their second album like super popular. And it kind of musically has a similar thread from their first album, which you'll hear eventually, but it's more twisted. It's a more twisted song, and it's more aggressive, and the lyrics are also much more aggressive and biting, and it kind of, I think it's a nice musical and lyrical representation of like where they were they really hated the fame. They hated the fame that came with Creep and how Creep was attached to every single thing they did. And I'm guilty of that as a fan. Well, I don't know. Fans aren't really guilty of it. It's kind of the radio stations and the industry that kind of, plays one song out till it's dead.
Yeah.
But like in college, before I knew a lot about Radiohead, I knew Creep. I probably heard High and Dry as well, and a few of the singles off of OK Computer, but I didn't know the band. I didn't know that those were all the same band. And I had a similar experience to you, where I was just listening to a bunch of albums that a friend gave me on the way to LA. And that's kind of how I put it all together, and it just like exploded in my mind when I realized they were all the same band. But yeah, when I was in college, I think that was the first time Amnesiac came out, or a little shortly after Amnesiac, and that's a album that we'll save for a little later. But yeah, I say that because I was still associating Radiohead with Creep when I was in college, and that was like 2001, fall of 2001. I was still thinking of Creep. Whenever I heard the name Radiohead, I thought of the word Creep. And to think about like everything that Radiohead did afterwards, it's pretty amazing. But they played Creep in Paris a couple nights ago. Yeah, first time in like
wow.
a long time.
I wonder what made them decide to play.
Yeah, they there was a time when they would not play it.
Yeah.
They were just so over it, right? And understandably so. But I think now they're in their 40s, late 40s. They're like,
I'm over it.
They're like,
let's play it.
That's full circle, It's like it made us who we are in a way. But what if, people liked a different song off that album a lot, and then they kind of reacted to that different song in their own creative process, Just makes you wonder, right? Like, what kind of trajectory did the anti-Creep or the resentment, towards their own song, if you could call it resentment, like how did that affect their creativity and which directions they ended up going in? But OK Computer sonically, and if you ask me, you aren't asking me, but I'm gonna give my opinion anyway.
Sure.
The Benz is very rich. There's a lot of effects on the album, and you can hear distinct guitars, like acoustic and electric, and then the electric guitar has a ton of different textures in it, right? It has the heavy distortion, which you're not really super comfortable with yet. They had like octave up, like kind of whammy pedal effect. They call that the whammy pedal. I think Johnny's using a whammy there to produce that octave effect. There's some fake strings. There's an instrument called the Mellotron. There's a lot of complexity in this album. But then OK Computer comes along. OK Computer has that album, I think it takes the complexity to like a whole new level. Like, so the Benz is very, very rich and sophisticated, but OK Computer is like a whole.
Yeah, OK Computer.
It raised it to the level of like, like high art.
I was very, very impressed with that album.
OK Computer
I could
was
listen
crazy.
to that album again.
You could, yeah.
I really like that album.
I mean, it was a lot on your first listen to want to go back and listen to the whole thing again. You know that there's something special. You don't.
Yeah.
I mean, we've watched, like, you and I watch like intense movies, and we know it's a good movie, but it doesn't necessarily mean you want to go back and watch it again, right? But there's something about OK Computer and all good albums, of course, where you'll just go back and you'll hear
like
new things every time. Yeah, Interstellar is again Radiohead, Christopher Nolan connection. But like, Interstellar is a really good movie that you can watch a bunch of times, and it's got a lot of deep themes. You know, it's still a Hollywood movie, and it's still very accessible, but it's like there's that appeal. But I don't know if we would want to watch Revenant again.
I don't know if I could watch that.
Yeah, I mean Leonardo was great in that movie. He was amazing, and the cinematography was insane. But you know, would we watch it again? I don't know. So, but yeah, OK Computer has that repeat listenability. I think that's the word. Yeah. So I don't know, a bunch of music publications. They all say OK Computer is like greatest album of the past, rock album of the past 20 years or something like that. You're not there yet with OK Computer. You know, you're not ready to call it that. Plus, you're not like super into rock, so.
It didn't seem like a rock album to me. Not like this.
Not like this, right? This is more rock. They have more of their roots still in this album. OK Computer, then, I mean, do you have words to describe the sound? It's not rock as much. What would you call it?
I don't have the musical term for it.
Yeah.
But to me, it seems more like a book. It's like a book. It's like there's like a certain flow to it that I kind of want to pick at and like see what it is, and in the context of when it was published, and like it just seems like it's not just a music album. It seems like there's like more to that. I don't know. I can't put it in like a musical.
Well, yeah. I mean, if you think about important books, you can't just think about the content of the book. You also have to think about the author and like.
That's what it makes me want to do.
When they wrote it.
That's
right?
That's what it makes me want to do, and not like many albums I listen to. It's just like, oh, that's like a pop album.
Yeah, I just enjoy that.
Yeah,
okay,
yeah.
Now it's done.
OK Computer reminds me of Miseducation of Lauryn Hill. It's like it's like a story. Like she made it like a story.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely.
And then that's kind of like what it reminds me of.
I don't know if you're familiar with this idea. They throw this term around a lot, but it's called concept album. Okay. So back in the day, when recorded music first came out, it was all bound by the format. And the first stuff that came out was like these wax cylinders. Like before vinyl records, it was like these cylinders, wax cylinders. And so you had like this medium that bound the music. The music could not be any longer than the wax cylinder. The same thing happened when you get vinyl records and 8 tracks and cassette tapes. And that all changes once you get into digital, right? CDs had a limit back in the day of like 74 minutes or something like that. And but the idea is digital music, all that limit stuff is gone. But within those limits, okay, artists had to figure out how to make the most out of the constraints that they had. So eventually when vinyl became the thing, you had your side A, your side B, some people had double album, double LP, okay? And LP literally meaning long play, right? So people had to figure out how to make the most out of the limited time that they had. And so I think what you get is people saying, okay, I don't want to just record music from start to back, like front to back, beginning to end. They want to say, I want it to tie together. I want there to be themes and stories, and like I want the A side to have this light and this B side to have this dark, or they want to, you know what I mean? Like they say, let's think bigger than just the songs that we're writing. Let's think about the entire album and how to make it something truly, truly special. And then you get the real special artists that, or not real special, but like the real ambitious artists that say, we're going to actually make a 3-album story, you know? And it's like over the years that it took to write those songs and record those songs, there's like a massive kind of structure and piece of creation that they're making, you know? Pink Floyd was a big concept artist, concept album artist. You know, as a band, they had really ambitious stuff when it came to albums. And OK Computer was a concept album. So that was that whole long spiel. OK Computer was a concept album.
That's cool.
Yeah. But you know, people use that word a lot, so then it ends up losing some of its meaning.
Yeah.
So that's kind of why I wanted to explain where that came from.
Yeah, no, I like it.
But yeah. Any other like? So your favorite song would be Street Spirit,
High and Dry.
High and Dry,
Nice Street.
Nice Street. So you have like 3 favorites.
What's the third song?
The third song? Wasn't it?
After the Bends.
Wasn't it High and Dry?
Oh yeah, that's right.
Yeah. Yeah. So High and Dry.
What's the first song?
Planetelex.
Planetelex. Yeah, I like that one too.
Planetelex is dope.
It's a good opener.
Radiohead.
That would be a really nice one to listen live and rock out to.
Yeah, for sure.
It seems,
We
yeah.
played it in San Jose, and it was fascinating. It was, no, that's not even the right word. It was like thrilling, you know, to hear them play that song live in San Jose. Oh gosh, yeah, the come and go. What's with the Midwest and come and go? It's like a family YouTube channel, but come and go? Well, you spell it out here, Midwesterners. Had to be intentional. But Planetelex, they closed out the show with Planetelex.
That's cool.
So it's Radiohead knows how to open albums. I think my friend Brian, well, y'all know Brian, you know Brian, obviously. Brian always says, aka B-Lum Music, always says that Radiohead knows how to open. It's like the opening of the Planetelex is like. Well, not quite like that, but that weird like electronic tornado sound. I don't even know how they made that sound. It's amazing. So you had like 4 favorites then from this album.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, this album's a great album.
Mm-hmm.
Just full of really good stuff. OK Computer, you would say
I liked all of them.
you liked all the songs. Even Sleepy Ones?
I like how they all fit together.
Yeah, Brian only listens straight through.
Yeah.
He doesn't listen to single songs. And I think a lot of people do that, but I find that just impractical. It's a little difficult because you don't always have like an hour, and sometimes you really want to hear that song. So, yeah. So I'll listen to singles, but it's been too long since I listened to the albums all the way straight through. The only albums that I listen to straight through are the newest one. And then the old ones, I just don't listen to them straight through anymore. And I think I really should. Because when you listen straight through, there's a lot of, I feel like you're more open to like the story that the album's trying to tell, you know. Anyway, I think we're good. You comfortable?
Mm-hmm.
So would you be able to rank the 2?
The 2 albums?
Yeah.
Like, what do you mean? In my personal ranking system?
Like,
I don't know if it's fair for me to rank Radiohead album.
Okay.
they're just, to me, it's just different right
They're
now.
all just different.
Yeah.
Man, you and I are similar. Buddy Alan is always like, dude, just rank them. You can only pick one. Just pick one. I'm like, no, but they're different. He hates that.
It's the chickens.
Yeah.
Oh, they're all dead.
They can't all be dead, right? Are they sleeping?
Looks really uncomfortable. Oh, they're moving.
Maybe the chickens are alive.
It's really sad.
It's pretty sad. They're all like cramped in a cage on antibiotics. We just ate some of them. Chick-fil-A.
Oh,
Tom's vegetarian.
maybe we should be vegetarians.
There's a case to be made. Alrighty. Well, thank you for joining us for this the Benz experience. I haven't decided where I'll go next with Ellen's third Radiohead album listen, but I'm leaning towards Hail to the Deep. She doesn't know what that means. I bet a lot of you guys are like, why not in Rainbows? In Rainbows, in Rainbows.
I hear a lot about the rainbows. I hear a lot about that.
You gotta work up to it, guys. It's called foreplay. Learn something about that now that I'm married.